are warmer days ahead, and I'm going to let Betsy take it from there because she is the woman in the know.
There's warmer days and there's colder days. This is spring in Northeast Ohio. You get a little bit of everything. It's equal opportunity. That's what we're here for. Yeah. I'll tell you what, tonight is not so bad. We do have some clouds around, and yeah, it is still very blustery out there. Temperatures will fade back toward freezing for the start of the day tomorrow, but as you can see, the clouds start to break up as we head into the late night hours. And speaking of those winds, some of the reports from around northern Ohio, 46-mile-per-hour wind gusts clocked at Lorain, 48 at Mansfield. Otherwise, we're dancing right around 40 to 45 miles per hour throughout much of the area. That's why we have been under a wind advisory throughout the day. Those westerly winds have been kicking up, a few rain showers too. These are basically little sprinkles that have been moving from west to east at a pretty good clip. Right now we have a little shower that's just about to get into Canton and over toward Louisville, East Sparta. You may end up on that, and then over toward the Minerva area too, and then farther west just coming into Worcester on the west side of Worcester. That may head out toward the Orville area here in just a little bit, but just little sprinkles, not anything that's probably even going to wet the windshield. We do have that wind advisory I mentioned, and this goes through 8 p.m. Overall wind speeds as the sun sets will start to come back down, but we are still clocking some pretty hefty gusts, over 25 to 35 miles per hour at times, and as I just showed you during the afternoon hours, we had anywhere from 46 to 48 mile per hour peak wind gusts. So that, of course, is going to make it feel a little bit colder than it actually is. It feels like it's below freezing along the lakeshore, near freezing in some of our inland counties. Farther south where the air temperatures are warmer, that wind chill effect is negated somewhat, but the wind chills and the wind speeds will start to back off a little bit tonight. So as the winds slowly settle down, we may have a few isolated showers that stick around, and depending on the temperature with that westerly wind, we're going to drop back into that possibility of a little rain snow mix, but I think for the most part it'd just be some sprinkles. For your day tomorrow then, a nice mix of clouds and sunshine expected in your National Designer hour by hour forecast. I'm aiming for 47 for the high. I think that'll happen in the middle to latter part of the afternoon, and you can see those partly cloudy skies will be with us. It won't be quite as windy, so tomorrow's gonna be a great day to throw on the jacket and let the kids play outside. Got to talk about the weekend though, because it's Monday, and that's all anybody thinks about is the weekend on Monday. So the weekend ahead is still going to be very dependent upon what the overall pattern of the atmosphere is set up as. And right now it's cold, right? So we have this low pressure in the upper part of the atmosphere that is just sitting over the Great Lakes, and it's much warmer out in the western part of the country. That's basically the dividing line right there. That little bit of showery activity that you can see that is the dividing line between the warmer air and the cooler air. That's the storm track. That storm track is totally dependent upon our area of low pressure that is stuck over the Great Lakes region to move. So once we can get this to move out of the way, everything else can start to flow from west to east, and we will get into a little bit more of a progressive pattern, meaning it's going to be a little faster paced and probably warming up. So let's take a look at this big picture forecast. We're going to get rid of that upper level low slowly over the next couple of days. In the meantime, that west wind that we're anticipating tomorrow will probably go northwesterly for Wednesday, and we could kick up a few rain and or snow showers for Wednesday. I'm not anticipating anything to really, worry about. But another hit of cold air will be sinking into the area. Then things start to change. The bulk of the coldest air will move out to the eastern part of Canada. We finally get a big surge of this warm air to the west that is going to start to move. And by the time we hit Friday, now we're kind of dancing with that warmer air. We'll have late rain chances Friday on the leading edge of the heat that's going to get in here. And for Saturday, at least, we are looking at much warmer air. Bad news is, depending upon where the next storm system is, we could end up getting some rain showers in here. We could also be dry, but Sunday, it all catches up to us. Here's your Union Home Mortgage forecast, putting it all into perspective. 47 tomorrow with that mix of clouds and sun. We'll back it down into about 40 degrees or so, maybe some upper 30s for Wednesday. Little rain and snow coming in off of the lake. Low 50s for Thursday as we start to turn the tide, and by Friday, look at that, 61, late day rain, and maybe 70 degrees for Saturday, and holding on to that mild air even into Sunday with those spring rain showers around.
All right, I can take rain when it's that warm.
There really is something for everyone across the next 10 days. Just hold on to your hats.
Except for skiers, but that's okay. You had your time.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
That's the truth. Thank you, Pat.